Today we are going to discuss about shear stress. Uh, if you compare the shear stress and bending stress, generally the bending stress will be maximum at the extreme fiber. Bending stress will be maximum at the extreme fibers. But if you take the shear stress, it will be maximum at the center. Maximum at the center. In the same time, bending stress value will be more, shear stress will be less. Shear stress value will be less. So hence, the shear stress is not that much important. However, we will discuss about the shear stress. So as I said, and also the bending stress is acting at the extreme fibers, and shear stress is acting at the center. So hence, these cannot be added. This cannot be added. So both are acting at the different points. So whenever you take the maximum stress, you will be taking the bending stress. That will be at the extreme fiber. So that will create the failure. So that the bending stress, in case of bending, in case of beams, bending stress is important. Shear stress is not that much important. So now we are going to discuss how to find the shear stress for this problem. The same problem already we have discussed. We have discussed this is the first problem we discussed in bending moment. So the same problem, but we are going to calculate the shear stress. Our intention is to calculate the shear stress distribution across the depth. That is our objective. Now, okay, this is a problem. This is a problem. Now, I am going to give the equation. The equation to calculate shear stress. The equation to calculate shear stress. Let us take shear stress is equal to tau. Shear stress is equal to tau. The shear stress is equal to F. F is equal to shear force divided by B into I. B into I. What is B? B is width of the beam. B is width of the beam. What is I? I is equal to moment of inertia of the beam. Moment of inertia of the beam into A into Y bar. A into Y bar. So this is a equation for shear stress. Equation for shear stress. Tau is equal to F. F is equal to shear stress, shear force. Shear force means we know how to draw shear force diagram. You know how to draw shear force diagram for this beam. If you take the shear force at this point, it will be 10. Here it will be 10 plus 20, 30. Then at this point, it is 20 plus 30 plus 20, it is 50. The 50 will continue up to this point. 50 will continue up to this point. So whenever you calculate shear stress, we are interested in maximum shear stress. Then you have to take maximum shear force. Maximum shear force. So what is the value of maximum shear force? It is 50. 10 plus 20 plus 20. 50 kilonewton is a shear force. Now what is B in this problem? B is equal to 100. B is equal to 100. How to calculate the value of I? I is equal to, it is a rectangular cross section. So B d cube by 12. B d cube by 12. What is B? 100 into D is equal to 150. 150 divided by 12. So now what is A, what is Y? That we are going to discuss. What is A, what is Y? We are going to discuss. Okay, that is something different that you have to understand. A means not total area. A means not total area. Now let us see. So this is a cross section. This is a cross section. This is a cross section, right? Now this is a neutral axis. This is a neutral axis. This is a neutral axis. If you want to calculate shear stress at a point, now I want to calculate shear stress at the neutral axis. Now I want to calculate shear stress at the neutral axis. If I want to find the neutral shear stress at the neutral axis, what you have to do? Either you have to take the area above the neutral axis or below the neutral axis. If you want to find shear stress about some axis, you find the area above or below. Anyone you can take, whichever is smaller you can take, whichever is smaller you can take, or bigger also you can take. It will give, but it will be difficult to find the value. But you take any one side. So now the area is, this is B. We know this is B. This is D by 2. This is D by 2. Then what is the area? Area is equal to B into D by 2. That is 100 into 150 by 2. So this is the value of A. This is the value of A. Now that is what is y bar? Y bar is, now we know the neutral. This is neutral axis. Now this is a neutral axis. Now you take the center of gravity of the area above the neutral axis. The point will be this. This point will be this. Now what is the distance? This will be d by 4. The total distance is d. Half of the distance is d by 2. The center of gravity of this area, the center will be here. So this will be d by 4. So center of gravity is equal to another, here y bar is equal to d by 4. That is 150 divided by 4. Now tau எங்க, where? At the neutral axis. At the neutral axis. Tau n neutral axis is equal to, what is F? F is equal to 50. 50 kilonewton. You convert this into Newton. 50 divided by B. B is equal to how much? It is 100. B is equal to 100. What is I? BD cube by 12. It is 100 into 150 cube divided by 12. BD cube by 12 and multiplied by, what is the area? Area is equal to 100 into 150 by 2 multiplied by y bar is equal to 150 by 4. 150 by 4. So this will be the shear stress at neutral axis. Shear stress at neutral axis. Suppose if you want to calculate shear stress at the extreme fiber, then F we know 50, B we know 100, I we know BD cube by 12. Now what is the area? What I told? Now I want to calculate shear stress at the extreme fiber. At the extreme fiber. Now what is the area? I told you take the area above the axis or below the axis. Now I am taking, this is axis. Now I am taking, earlier we took neutral axis, central axis we have taken. Now I am calculating shear stress about the extreme fiber, this axis. Here either you have to consider above or below. Above or area above. There is there any area above? No area. So area is equal to 0. Then tau is equal to 0. Shear stress is equal to 0 at the extreme fiber. Similarly, if you find extreme fiber this side, if you find this side, F is there, B is there, I is there. But if you can't come to A, and I told you have to take the area above or below. If you take the area below, it will be 0. Then area is equal to 0, tau is equal to 0. Then the shear stress distribution will be, the shear stress distribution, this is a cross section. This is a cross section. If you see across the cross section, the shear stress is, at this point it is 0, at this point it is 0. Now at this point this is a value. At this point this is a value. You mark the value. Now you connect by a curve. Connect by a curve. What is this curve? It is a parabolic curve. So this is the shear stress distribution of the this beam across the thickness. Across the thickness, the shear stress is varying like this. It is varying like this. At the center it is maximum. At the extreme fiber it is 0. At which point we have calculated? At this point. We have calculated at this point. At this point, because at this point shear stress is equal to 0. So no shear stress will be at this point. We have calculated shear stress at this point. At this point we have calculated. Here it will be maximum. When if you take these points, it will be lesser. This will be lesser because the shear force is less. Shear force is less. Here only shear force is maximum. So now in this problem, we have calculated shear stress distribution at this point. For this problem, shown in cross section beam, which is subjected to a force of 50 kilonewton. It is subjected to a force of 50. Already in this problem is a beam. It is subjected to load. Already it is told that shear force is 20 kilonewton. It is directly given in the problem. You know how to calculate the shear force, but in this problem it is directly given. We need not discuss how to calculate shear force again and again. In this problem, shear force is given 20 and shear stress distribution across the depth, making the values at salient point. So now you take this problem. So this is I section. For this I section, now we are going to calculate the shear stress distribution across the depth. So this is a cross section of the beam. Cross section of the beam. In this problem, shear force is directly given in the problem. What is the shear force? Shear force value is equal to F is equal to 20 kilonewton. It is given. It is given. Our objective is to find the shear stress. What is the equation to find the shear stress? Tau is equal to F divided by B into I into A into Y bar. This is the equation. Now we are going to calculate some important points. I am going to calculate shear stress at the extreme fiber at this point, at this point, and at this point. These are all the different points I am going to calculate the shear stress. At this point, at this point, at the neutral axis, and this point. These are all the points I am going to calculate the shear stress. So if you calculate shear stress at this point, when you substitute the value of B, here you will get 2B. So this is known as uh, web. Here there is a vertical member and horizontal member. So the vertical member is known as web. This is known as flange. This is known as flange. So at this point, the hub and flange are joining. If you take the width of the web, it is 12 mm. If you take the width of the flange, it is 100 millimeter. 100 millimeter. Then while calculating shear stress, whether you have to take this width or that width, you have to calculate both. You calculate the shear stress taking width as 12 mm, and again you calculate shear stress taking width as a 100 mm. You find the shear stress. So that will give the variation in the shear stress. At this point, the shear stress will be changing suddenly. At this point and this point, the shear stress will be 0 because the area above this is 0, area below this is 0. So that will be 0. So at this point also you can calculate the shear stress. Now let us discuss one by one. Now I am going to calculate shear stress at the top of the flange. At the top of the flange. Top of the flange. Tau is equal to 0. Shear stress is equal to 0. Now I am going to calculate shear stress at the bottom of the flange. This is a bottom of the flange. This is bottom of flange. That is equal to, what is the equation? Tau is equal to F by B into I multiplied by A into Y bar. Now, what is the value of F? It is given in the problem. It is 20 kilonewton. It is 20. So 20,000 Newton divided by B. What is the value of B? If it is bottom of the flange, it is 100. Width is equal to 100. So 100 multiplied by I. So for this, you got to find the value of I. Already we have discussed about I. For the same cross section, already we have calculated the value of I. We have discussed at the beginning of the. So I value is given here. This is a value of I. I value, Y value, everything is already we have discussed. The same problem already we have discussed. So we can take the value of I straight away. You need not calculate the I value once again. So this is a I value. So what is I value? I value is equal to 21,00127.3. This is the value of I. Then multiplied by area. So we are taking axis at this bottom of the flange. So what is the area above? This is 100 into 12. 100 into 12 is the area. 100 into 12. That is the area. Multiplied by, now for this area, for the flange area, what will be the center of distance? This will be the center of distance. Now you have to take, what is Y bar? It is the center of gravity of the area and neutral axis. This is Y bar. Already we know that this is 29.4. This is, we know. Here this is at the center. So what will be this distance? This will be 12 by 2, 6. So the value will be 29.4 minus 6. This will be the Y bar value. What is the Y bar value? The total distance is how much? It is 29.4. This distance is 6. So 29.4 minus 6. So you can calculate what is this? This is the shear stress at the bottom of the flange. So same way, now we are going to calculate top of the web. So what is top of the web? The same point. The same point. This is the top of the web. Bottom of the flange and top of the both are same. But the thing is, only thing is the width is difference. If the bottom of the flange it is 100, width of the flange it is 12. So the same equation, same values. Only thing is the width is different. Instead of 100, you put 12. You put 12. Area into same way, right? Now we are going to calculate shear stress, at the neutral axis, neutral axis. At neutral axis, the force is 20,000. Force is 20,000 divided by what is the width at the neutral axis? Width is equal to 12. Width is equal to 12. I is equal to into area. So now we are calculating shear stress about the neutral axis. About the neutral, you consider the area above or below. Here, if you consider below, above means this area you have to take, this area you have to take. Bottom means you have to take this area. Bottom means you have to take this area. So this is easy. This is easy. Then you take the bottom. So if you take the bottom, the area will be, what is this distance? What is this distance? This will be here. This is 29.4. The total distance is 88 plus 12. 88 plus 12. 88 plus 12 is 100. So 100 minus 29.4. This is the value. This is the value. Now, and the area is 100 minus 29.4 multiplied by 12. Multiplied by 12. So this is 100 minus 29.4, width is equal to 12. That is the area multiplied by y bar. So for this area, what is the center of gravity? Here it will be. What is the distance? This is how much? 100 minus 29.4. 100 minus 29.4. So divided by 2. So this distance will be divided by 2. So the y bar is 100 minus 29.4 divided by 2. Divided by 2. That is the value of y bar. So that will give the shear stress at this point. This point. Now we have to draw the shear force distribution. At each and every point, you have to mention the shear force distribution. Now, come to the slide. See, at a different area, it is calculated how. Now you see the shear stress distribution. At the point, at the extreme fiber, it is 0. At this point, it is 0. When it is the 2.676, that is bottom of the flange. Bottom of the flange, it is 2.675. And top of the web, that also same point. But here it is, since width is less, stress is directly, suddenly it is increasing. 2.675 to 22.28. Then at this point it is 23. Neutral axis it is 23. Again it is coming to 0. Again it is coming to 0. Now, if you see the values, the answers, if you see, so this value is around 2 point something. This is 2 point something. This is 22 point something. This is 23 point something. 23 point something. What is the unit? Unit is Newton per millimeter square. This is Newton per millimeter square. This is Newton per millimeter square. For this problem, the load given is F is given 40 kilonewton. 40 kilonewton. Now we are going to calculate shear stress at the extreme fiber, bottom of the flange, top of the web, neutral axis, bottom of the web, and top of the bottom flange, and this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 points we are going to calculate. At this point we know it is 0. At this point also we know 0. So we need to calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. There are 5 points we have to calculate. Now the equation is, the shear stress equation is F divided by B into I and A into Y bar. This is the equation. So what is the value of I? I is equal to 6, 80, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the value of I. Millimeter power 4. What is the value of B? B will be varying problem to problem at each position. The value of A is 40. Value of A is 40. Now let us calculate one by one. At the top of the flange it is 0. Here it is 0. Here it is 0. We need not write again. Now we are going to calculate um, bottom of bottom of bottom of top flange. Here there are two flanges. This is top flange. This is bottom flange. Now we are calculating the bottom of top flange. So for this, the first the force, that is 40,000 divided by top of the flange. What is the width of the flange? It is 80. It is 80 multiplied by, you put the value of I. Put the value of I. 685. This is the value of I multiplied by area. So if I take axis here, then you have to take the area above. Area above. How much it is? 80 into 20. 80 into 20. Now you have to put y bar value. So from the center, from this center to this distance, this is a y bar. So here we know this is 140. This is 140. It is at the center. So what will be this distance? This is 10. So 140 minus 10, 130. 140 minus 10, 140 minus 10, 130. This is the value of y bar. So now we can calculate at this point. Now top of the web, top of the web, top of the web, top of the web. That also same point. Only thing is width is 20. Instead of 80, you put width is 20. The same values divided by 20 into 680, 5, 3, 3, 3 multiplied by 80 into 20 multiplied by 130. That's all. This will give shear stress at this point. Now shear stress at this point. Shear stress at this point. Okay. So that, what is that? Neutral axis. Neutral axis. At the neutral axis, load is the same load, 40,000. What is the width? Width is equal to 20. Width is equal to 20. And what is the value of I? I is equal to 685, 3. What is the area? Now you have to take the area above or below. Above or below. Any one of the area you have to take. Right? You can take above or below, whatever it may be you take. So let us take above. No problem. Because both side two sections are there. So you take above. If you take the above, then what will be the area? Area will be, this area is 80 into 20. 80 into 20. 80 into 21 area plus this area. This area is width is 20. This is how much? Totally 140. This is 20. So 120. So 120 into 20. So this is the area. Now you have to put the y bar. Now we have to put the y bar. That is difficult. That is the for this section combined center of gravity you have to find. Combined, that is you have to find center of gravity for this area. Center of gravity for this area. So it will be somewhere here. Now then you have to find this distance. How to find the center of gravity, you know. Let us calculate separately. That is y bar is equal to something, y1 is equal to a1 x1 plus a2 x2. This area is, now I am finding the center of gravity of this one, right? Now a1 is 80 into 20, 80 into 20, 80 into 20, and I'm taking this as a base. I'm taking this as a base. I'm taking, otherwise, I'm taking this as a base. I'm taking this as a base. So 80 into 20 into, for this, that this distance is 10. 10. Area A1 Y1 plus A2 Y2. What is A2? This is a A2. This is a A2. This distance is 120. This is 120. 120 into 20 into Y bar. So we are taking this as a base. This is a base. Now this distance. So this is 120 center. This will be 60. This will be 60. This will be 20. So 80. 80 divided by 80 into 20 plus 120 into 20. So this is y1. Let us take y1. What is this y1? This is this distance. The center of gravity of this one is here. That now we calculated this distance. Now you calculated this distance. But for calculation, we want this distance. We want this distance. Then what? Let us take this is some x. Some x. Then here you have to substitute the totally 140. Totally 140. If you put minus this value, you will get this value. That is 140 minus x. This x value you put. Then finally, you find shear stress at this location. Shear stress at this location. For that, that is, what is this point? Top bottom of web. Bottom of web. How to calculate this? That is, load is 40,000 Newton divided by at this point. So the width is 20. Width is 20. I already we know. We know. Area. If you want to find shear force at this point, either you take top or bottom. If you take top, it will be difficult. Top, it will be difficult. You take the bottom. Bottom means 180 into 20. 180 into 20 into the distance y bar. So this is neutral axis. The area center of gravity is this point. Area center of gravity is this point. Now this is a distance y bar. Then the distance is, this is 100. This is 20. So this will be 10. So 100 minus 10, that is 90. 100 minus 10. So this is the shear stress at the bottom of the web. Now top of the bottom flange. So now the value is 40,000 divided. Only thing is, instead of 20, you have to put 180. 180 into 685 multiplied by 180 into 20 into 100 minus 10. So now we got this value, this value, this value, this value. 5 values we got. 5 values we got. Top and bottom, it will be 0. Now you say this. So this is a shear stress distribution. This is a cross section across the depth. At this point, it is 0. At the bottom of the top flange, it is 1.5. 1.5. And top of the web, that is 6.1. It is 6.1. And top of the web, it is 8.4. 8.4. Again, at the top of the bottom flange, it is 1.05. 1.05. Then again it is 0. So if you see the values, here, almost this point is 1.5. 1.5. This is almost 60, all are Newton per millimeter square. This is 6. Neutral axis, you got to see. So this is 8. This is 8. And this will be 1.05. 1.05 Newton per millimeter square. This is Newton per millimeter square. At the verb, let us see. So it is 10.3. It is 10.3. It is 10.3. This is equal to 10.3 Newton per millimeter square. So this is a way you have to solve this problem.